As this 2022 NFL season for the Minnesota Vikings is taking on a magical turn, we'll say they're 8-1, getting it done, and it just feels like this season could be special. But of course, we as Vikings fans, we've been here before, and in recent memory, you had the 98 Vikings, 15-1, Randall Cunningham, all that stuff, and then you had the 09 Vikings, Brett Favre. Well, do I want to come back and play? Only if I can wear my Wrangler jeans. And then Greg Lewis, welcome to Minnesota. And then 2017, the number one defense in the NFL. And then Diggs, sideline, touchdown, unbelievable. The Minneapolis Miracle. Woo! And then this year just feels different. It just feels different. So ignoring the ending of all three of those other seasons, we put it out to you, the people, the Jeromes. We polled most fun Vikings team, minus the ending of three of them. 9,100 votes. 26% said 98, 12% said 09, 9% said 2017, 53% said 2022. Now, recency bias is a big part of this, yes. And also, we're in the middle of this year. Plus, it could still have a different ending than those other three ones, which we'll get to, right? But also, I mean, this is, well, not only is this recency bias for 2022, this is recency bias for those four. I mean, I didn't even include the four Super Bowl teams. I didn't include the 75 Vikings, which arguably may have been the best Vikings team and would have won the Super Bowl if it wasn't for cheating Drew Pearson. But I digress there. And the Vikings, I mean, they've had peaks, they've had valleys. And also, I didn't even take this into account. I mean, there's Vikings fans out there that may have not been around in 98, or they may have been too young to pay attention to football. I mean, 98 was one of the first seasons that I was really invested, and I was 12, 13 years old, somewhere in there. So, I mean, we got some, wait, so I'm a old millennial. Are we on Gen Z now? Is that it? I mean, so some Gen Zs, so we randomly met a couple of Vikings fans, and this guy was talking, the young kid was talking about, hey, you know, my quarterback growing up was Tavares Jackson. And I'm just like, yeah, get out of here. You don't remember Dante? Rest in peace, T-Jack, by the way. So I wanted to dive into this a little bit more because I do remember 98. You know, I don't remember the Super Bowl teams, whatever, and it kind of sucks that it went from teams that lose the Super Bowl to teams that lose the NFC title games. I mean, that's what it comes down to. But so 98, I've said this a bunch. Randy Moss was one of the first players that I scouted in the draft process. Loved him in Marshall, where, I mean, there's like grainy video in standard definition box TV of him with the Wild Sox, Marshall University, Chad Pennington. I mean, just hurdling dudes from Army and some other 1AA schools or small schools or whatever. Just, it was amazing, man. Randy Moss, I mean, he dominated. Came in and flatly dominated, changed the league. You look at the Lions, Bears, and Packers drafts in subsequent years after Randy Moss, it's all DBs. I mean, he changed the game. He changed his division. He changed everything, man. And Randall Cunningham coming out of retirement, you know, the Eagles scrambling quarterback, a little bit older, a little bit wiser, still had a hell of an arm, was installing granite and was a preacher. And then all of a sudden, Brad Johnson goes down and whoo, Randall Cunningham in the MVP conversation. Damn straight. Chris Carter doing some amazing things. Jake Reed was a phenomenal wide receiver 3. John Randall. Come on. How could you not love this team? And by the way, just look at these margins of victory. I mean, it's disappointing when they score 29, 28, 29, whatever. But we're looking at 30s. We're looking at 40s. Like, how many 40-point games did they point up? 4 40-plus point games. That's just insane. I mean, yes, the defense was given away now at times, but I mean, the offense could go toe-to-toe with any offense in NFL history. I mean, they set the scoring record at the time. It was just, that was a fun season. And I've said this where I think that there's a period in a person's life, probably about from age, I'd say 10 to 20, where it's wet cement, right? So anything sports, anything pop culture, anything, movies, TV shows, music related, that's going to cement. Like, that's going to stick with that person forever. And this was my sports moment. Like, this is my team, man. So, I mean, Randy Moss, just, 98. So if I had to vote, I would vote for 98, even though 2022 is pretty damn fun as well. 09, so that was the year Brett Favre, do I want to play or do I not want to play? Of course I do, right? So, of course, he's coming back. So, 08. So, hold on, backtrack. So the Packers drafted Aaron Rodgers at the ass end of the first round in 2005. So whatever. So he sits behind Favre for a couple of years. And then In '08, they trade him in the offseason. Now, they trade him to the Jets, because he was still under contract, and they had a provision in the contract where if the Jets flipped him and traded him to the Vikings, the Jets would owe the Packers like 3 first-round picks. It was something hilarious like that. But he got off to an 8-3 start with the Jets in '08, tore his bicep. It tanked from there. Mangini was fired, and then he signed up with the Vikings. That's right. The contingent flying down to Hattiesburg. That's when I was first aware of Jet Tracker. It's like, oh, the Wills private jet. It's heading down there. Woo! That's right. And it was fun, man. I mean, even with Brad Childress, it was a fun season. All right. So Greg Lewis, welcome to Minnesota. That Vikings-Niners game, week 3, finding him in the back of the end zone. And, I mean, there's some amazing games in here. I mean, and also they're putting up some big time points, and they're just not giving an F. Percy Harvin's rookie year, Sidney Rice had a bust out season. Shanko was doing some damn good things. Adrian Peterson was, of course, running loose. Bernard Berrien. That's all. That's all, man. But again, I don't know what happened with the formatting. Like it gets cut off after the divisional round games. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. We're gonna have to talk to producer Allie about that. Our graphics must be glitching. It's kind of weird, right? And then 2017. So 2017 was a weird season because you came in, Sam Bradford had the game of his life week 1 Monday night against the Saints. He dropped some dimes that, frankly, some of the best throws I've ever seen a Vikings quarterback put out there. Respect. When Sam Bradford was healthy, he was fantastic, man. But then all of a sudden, he's got this knee thing. It's weird. And then Case Keenum, the journeyman backup, the UDFA coming out of Houston, sort of bouncing around the league. The 6'0" guy with the whatever arm, but he's got moxie. All right, and he comes in, and the Vikings go on a little bit of a run. In the middle of the season, they win 8 straight games. The defense is number 1 in the NFL. Anthony Barr is at his peak. You got Kendricks, you got Hitman, you got Xavier Rhodes playing at all-pro level. You got Linval Joseph, Everson, B-Rob. I mean, you're good to go. You're absolutely good to go in 2017. It got cut off in the formatting again. It just stopped at division round. But yes, the division round, Minneapolis Miracle, just amazing. Just amazing, man. One of the greatest moments in NFL history, and certainly one of the greatest moments in franchise history. And then you get to 2022, where Kevin O'Connell, Kwesi come in, competitive rebuild, and you're not expecting much, right? But you could tell, like, this is a talented nucleus. They infused a lot of young, good talent. They made some smart decisions in free agency, and the veterans, I mean, they still got some tread on the tire, man, and you can see them gelling. They're buying into Kevin O'Connell, what he's selling, and this team is playing really fun football, man, and they just find a way to win. They hang around. Other team makes a mistake. Guess what? They capitalize. That's what good teams do. Right now, of course, it would be nice to win a game like 40-3, and maybe that'll happen week 11. But we've already had some amazing miracles. I mean, the Bills game aside, which is full of like 17 of them, but it's just this one feels different. It does. You know, don't get me wrong. Like, all these other seasons were certainly a ton of fun, especially that '98 one. But this one feels just a little bit different, and it's fun that we're in the moment right now, and it's like we're watching our favorite TV show, and we're in the middle of the season, and we don't know how it's going to end, but we're going to tune in every single week, and it's a joy to watch. It's fantastic, man. But again, you know, the poll doesn't really matter. Again, people shouldn't be allowed to vote on anything. So your thoughts are thoughts. What was the most fun season? 98, 09, 2017, 2022. The people have spoken. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, on polls thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.